guys and welcome back to my channel. If we haven't met before, my name is Shiv. Hello, if you're coming back then welcome. In today's video I have this makeup look for you right here. There have been some turns along this video, you guys, so you will see me playing with makeup, getting frustrated, and in the end this is what we have come up with. I use the Laroc Pro Artistry Book palette, which I was so excited to purchase. I got it from their kind of lockdown sale. Check out their Instagram page, I think the sale is still going on. So I got the palette for £29 rather than like 42, I think. So I got it for a pretty good price, and this is what I came up with. I wanted to use the greens and blues in the palettes. I feel like I've done a lot of purple and pink recently, which is what I tend to draw towards. But if you would like to see how to create this makeup look and kind of see my shenanigans on the way, then please carry on watching. Before you do, definitely go ahead and check me out on TikTok and on Instagram. Give this video a big thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe. I'd really appreciate it. And let's just carry on with the video. Just to let you know, I have turned down the exposure by 1. Hopefully this kind of helps. Let me know what you think, or if it's too dark or anything like that, let me know. So the first step of this look is I'm going to go in with the PLOUISE base in Rumor number 2. I definitely need to get another one of these because I use it every day. So I'm just going to go ahead and just oh no, I forgot to put tape on. Forgot to put tape on! Okay, so the first step of this look is I'm going to go in with some tape. As you can tell, I'm running very low. I haven't actually used tape in a while, but I just kind of wanted a sharp edge. This look would also look cool like blown out. I'm just taking some tape. I want to get some cool like coloured washi tape just for the gram, but this is fine. If you have particularly sensitive skin, I would recommend going in with like masking tape and then going on the back of your hand to take off most of the kind of stickiness. I find that's the most gentle, like out of the tapes that I've tried. But if you really don't want to put tape on your face, don't. Just maybe hold like a bit of card or something while you're doing your shadow. Okay, so I'm going to take the PLOUISE base in Rumor number 2, and I'm just going to take little dot on my eyeball, and I'm going to take this brush from EIGSHOW. I used this the other day and I really liked it, and I'm just going to apply that all over the lid, and then also use this to, where is my mirror, also use this to carve out the brow. So I'm just going underneath the brow. This will also neaten it up and make that brow look crisp. Underlining the brow. Oh, this is a tense moment. Bring that all the way out, and then I'm just going to use the brush to like evenly spread the base all across the lid. And yes, my lash line is stained from a pink base, but it's fine. I'm also taking the base right in the inner corner. I know we've got blue in there anyway, but the inner corner of my eye does get quite blue, so I just like to kind of cover that up and then just blend it out. Probably could have gone in with more base, but that is fine. And then just pat it in until it's nice and even. This eye is watering. Right, so jumping into the palette. Oh my god, Disney dropped it. It is a huge palette, as you can see. I can barely fit it in the frame. I'm gonna go in with this shade right here, which is called Potion, which is like, oh my god, nearly dropping the palette everywhere, but it is like a dark kind of green colour. It does just go a little bit lighter on the eyes than it does look in the pan. Maybe if you put it on top of a black base, it would be more kind of like intense. This eye is like really bothered. I'm just going to go in with a fluffy pencil brush. This one in particular is from Spectrum's Collections. It's just like a fluffy pencil brush that came in one of their brush sets, or a really tiny blending brush would be perfect for this. I'm just smoothing out the PLOUISE base, making sure there's no creasing. And then what I'm going to go ahead and do is just start patting it and pressing it into the kind of inner half of the lid above the crease, because I do have slightly hooded eyes. I am not in denial anymore. I can tell they are a bit hooded. So I'm gonna start by going above the crease, and that way when you cut the crease you can still see the shadow on the lid. If I was to cut the crease where my actual crease is, you wouldn't be able to see the lid shade, so that's not what we want. Cut crease all the way. So I'm just kind of packing that on top and then using the brush to kind of diffuse the colour so it's as even as possible. This shadow is very pigmented, it's just not as dark as it looks in the pan, I don't personally think. So as you can see, I'm just kind of like really loading that on there, just making sure it's kind of as intense as we can. and then just kind of diffusing over the shadow and bringing it up as well, taking that halfway through the crease. I really like the kind of split cut crease looks where you have a different shade on either side. I just think it's a really pretty look. Okay, we're just gonna have to deal with the slightly leaky eye on that side, and we can always try and finish it after. When I blink, I can literally feel the water like touching. I can hold the palette up without dropping it. The next shade that I'm going in with is called Blue Moon, which is this one right here. I'm taking it on kind of like a skinny pencil brush. This one's from EIGSHOW, and I'm just going to pop this like through the other half of the crease. This bit will look a little bit weird just because of like the tape and everything, but I'm going to take it right the way, I'm going to take it right the way out and then just kind of start overlapping it on the green shade. Tap, 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 tap. Then the next shade that we're going to take is this one here called LILO, which is a really pretty like light teal colour, and I'm going to use this to blend out the green. We're going to go right into that inner eyebrow area. I don't really know what to call it, but literally like right here by the top of my nose, underneath my brow. We're going to fill in that whole area using this shade. I'm taking it on a Morphe M506 brush. Just in like little scratching motions, and then we will kind of repeat the blending steps a few times just to make sure that every colour is showing. It's weird, it's not like sticking to that bit. I don't know if you can really tell on camera, but when I've like blended it, it's just not sticking to like that spot of my eye. Oh no, please tell me this isn't a makeup tutorial that's gonna go wrong, is it? Just trying to press more colour on. Okay, we'll worry about that in a moment. The next shade that I'm going to take is this one right here called Pool Party, which is a really pretty like baby blue shade, and I'm going to use that to blend out this blue right here, and I'm going to take it on a Morphe M562 brush, which is a really skinny blending brush. Okay, I'm just going to start by kind of like pressing that into the like empty space just above the blue line. Tears like transferring onto the lid on this side. If anyone else has randomly watery eyes, I feel you. So I'm just blending that on top, building it up as we go. I will be taking this quite high up, as you can tell from this side. Now I'm going to go ahead and just repeat the steps a few times, so starting off with the darkest green, going with the lighter green, and so on. And my eye is really annoying me. I don't know why it's streaming so much. I'm going to have to re-stick on the eyelash, just swore you didn't mean to. Okay, so once I'm kind of happy with the blending, I feel like it could be better, but I think I'm just going to make it worse if I add more product. I've kind of fixed this issue though. I literally just took my finger and like wiped away some of the green and then redid it, and for some reason it fixed it, so I don't know what that was about. But I'm going to go in with the PLOUISE base in the shade Touch of Frost, which I'm very excited to use. I'm taking it on a kind of skinny concealer brush, and I'm going to cut the crease about halfway. So we're doing blue on the opposite side of the blue on the crease, and then the green on the opposite side, so you can see it's kind of like opposite, and you can blend these bases together, which is really cool. So I'm going to put the blue on the inner corner, and then I'm going to put the green on the outer corner, and the green is in the shade Hint of Mint. Hint of Mint. Do you remember that meme when it was like, would you like a mint? No? Okay. So I'm just going to pop some of the base on the back of my hand. If you watched my previous video, I'm going to try and not get it in my hair. So I'm just going to go into the base on the back of my hand. I've squished down the brush, it's nice and flat. And then I'm going to cut the crease. I can't tell if I've got used to my eye watering or if it's kind of calmed down. We don't know. But I'm going to go ahead and cut the inner section of the crease. And I'm also just taking that like further in the inner corner. I just really like this. I feel like it makes your eyes look bigger. And then I'm going in with a hint of mint, again just popping some on the back of my hand. And I'm taking a little lip brush just to kind of help me be a little bit more precise with the application, and pop it on the other side of the lid. And if you overlap with the blue, it should blend nicely together. The next shade that I'm going to go into is Pool Party again, and I'm going to pop that on the inner half of the lid. And the brush I'm using is a MAC 242. I love this brush. I probably should like stock up on them. If anyone knows a cheaper, cruelty-free alternative to the MAC 242, like the really flat brush, then let me know, because I am definitely interested in it getting one of those. So I'm just going to pack that on top of the blue base, really lock that colour in. Then I'm going to take that shade LILO again, the lighter green, and just use this to set the outer half of the lid. Then I'm going to take the shade Blue Moon again, that dark blue, and just go along the outer corner of the eye with the same brush we used earlier, almost to make a liner. So I'm just really kind of like pressing that on there in a diagonal shape. Then I'm going to take the Carter Beauty Steadfast Liquid Liner. I actually really like this. I'm just going to go ahead and pop on quite a big wing, as you can see on this eye, right across. And I'm going to keep the tape on for this last step of like the main part of the eye look. Now I'm going to peel off the tape. Now I'm going to curl my lashes. And pop on some mascara. The one I'm using is the Perversion mascara from Urban Decay. Now I'm going to pop on some eyelashes. These ones are from Land of Lashes. They are in the style Paloma, I believe. Let me just double check. Yep. So I'm going to pop these on and also just give my eyes a little break, because I feel like they're being very sensitive today. They have a lot of feelings. So I will, yeah, see it's taken off the shadow here where the water's transferred so many times. Okay, I'm going to pop on the lashes, have a little break, and we'll be right back. Whew. Okay, so we've popped the lashes on. I think I've sorted out my eye. I think it'll be okay once we do the face and like my eyes can relax a little bit. I basically just went over the blue bit with some more base and then packed some shadow on. So it might look a little bit weird, but it's fine. It's better than having like a random patch of missing shadow. Just the realities, people. So I'm going to take a teeny little buffing brush and some concealer and just kind of run this underneath my eyes just as a base for the shadow, so it actually kind of stands out. So I'm just going to pop the concealer on the brush and then just kind of tap off the excess in the back of my hand so I don't go in too heavily. And I'm just going to run that underneath the eye just as a base. We'll have a little bit of blue on it, but that is fine. And then I'm going in with that Potion shade in the inner corner, so just kind of like tapping it on top of the base. Oh, my voice kind of like broke then. Running that underneath the eye. Then I'm going in with that Blue Moon shade and I'm just packing it on the outer half of the lower lash line. Then a step which is super fun, I'm taking the Nitro PLOUISE and MMMITCHELL base. I'm going to take it on a really tiny angled brush and just pop that in the waterline. You can use these as eyeliners, which is so cool because now I have even more like eyeliner choices and I just think that is awesome. I used the Blank Canvas base in the waterline I believe the other day, and also the Ibiza one, which is the purple, and it really lasts, so really cool. So I'm just going to go into the base. I would kind of put it on the back of my hand, but I don't want to like waste the product. Not that I'll get through this very quickly, but I still don't want to waste it. So I'm just going to make sure there's like no lumps on the brush, and I'm just going to pop that in the waterline. Then I'm going to take the shade Pineapple Juice, which is, wait, I can't even like hold the palette, it's so big. It is this one right here. And I am going to pop that in the inner corner of the eye. And because we kind of layer it a little bit on the green, it will like mix together. I'm going to spritz my brush with a little bit of setting spray just to make it a little bit more like damp and intense. And then I'm just going to load that up right in the inner corner of the eye and pushing that pigment down. So to prime the face, I'm going to take the MUA Pro base. This is the Banana Blur one. I really like this. I'm just going to smooth this into the skin. Then for foundation, I'm taking the 1-2 Last Stand foundation. This is in the shade 20 Sand. This will be a little bit too dark for me, but I just can't be able to fake tan, so I'm going to blend it down the neck. I'm just experimenting with using brushes for my foundation at the moment. So I'm taking the LOELLA Cosmetics Buffed Up Briny brush to apply my foundation. Just going to apply some to the brush and then just load this up all over my face. Then for cream contour, I'm going to take the Primark Contour and Sculpt stick. This looks really gross. This is in the shade Brown, if I can open you. And I'm just going to go under my cheekbones, around the top of my forehead, under the jaw, down the nose, the usual. And then I'm going to blend it out with, should I give myself a contour brush? I'm going to blend it out with the same foundation brush. Now for concealer, I'm going to take the LA Girl Pro Conceal. This is in the shade Porcelain. I'm just going to pop a little bit of this actually. I don't want it to be too bright. Chin and under the eyes, and that's it. Then to blend it out, I'm going to switch to a sponge. So I'm going to go in with some pressed powder. This is the MUA Pro Base powder in the shade 110, and I'm just going to use this to set the face, just pressing this into the skin all over. And set the neck as well, because obviously we've put foundation on there as well. For bronzer, I'm going to take the Rimmel Natural Bronzer in the shade Sun Glow on a brush from EIGSHOW, just bronze up the face. For blush, I'm actually going to take this one from Makeup Gallery, which is Poundland brand. This is just Candyfloss 2 blusher. It looks like this. It's like a peachy tone. I thought this would kind of complement the look nicely. And I'm just going to take it on a brush from EIGSHOW and just tap it on my cheeks. Now I'm going to set the face using the Revolution Glass Shimmer Fix Iridescent Fixing Spray. Next for highlight, I'm going to take my RINAMAKEITUP Gold Dust Highlighter Powder, which looks like this. It's absolutely gorgeous. I'm going to pop that on my cheekbones, above the brow, tip of the nose, above the lip, the usual. Okay, so to finish off the look, I'm going to take the Nude by Nature Brow Defining Mascara in the shade Brown and just run through my brows. I like to do this after highlight because sometimes they get highlight in my brows, so this helps to get rid of that. Then I'm going to pop some mascara on my lower lashes. Then for lips, I'm going to take Barry M's, I think this is Pose, yep, the Pose lip liner. And then for lippy, I'm taking the MUA Velvet Matte Longwear Liquid Lip. This is in the shade Tranquility. Okay, I'm just going to go in floof and I'll be right back. And this is the finished makeup look. I do like the way it turned out. I won't lie, it's not my favourite look that I have ever done. The palette was lovely. I feel like I need to kind of dive into it a little bit more to get a full grasp on the palette and play with the shimmers a little bit more. I'm not gonna lie, today's filming session was stressful. I ended up filming quite late in the day and I wanted to edit a video to put up tonight, but I didn't get time to because I was busy, and then just things went wrong when I filmed. So not the best of days, but it is the reality, and I'll still upload this just to kind of show that not everything goes right all the time. I'm just playing with my hair because it's getting stuck on my face. But this is the finished makeup look. I do really hope that you like it and you took some sort of inspiration from it. You can of course swap the colours around if you want as well. If you did enjoy this video, please give it a big thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. It means the absolute world. If you've made it this far throughout the video, well done. Thank you so much for watching. I shall see you next time. Bye. I'm gonna go in with... I can feel my eye leaking.